Broke my $55,000 wheelchair. Dear entitled mother, thank you so very much for your complete and utter lack of patience when getting on the bus, which resulted in breaking part of my $55,000 wheelchair and me needing to call the police for help. So I was on the bus tonight heading to a workshop that I was fairly excited for. Things were great until slightly before my stop when two adults got on, one with a toddler and the other wheeling a stroller. It is strict corporate policy that all strollers must be folded before being brought onto the bus, but not enough drivers actually enforce it, and this was one of those monster Cadillac strollers to boot. Brought her unfolded stroller on the bus and, seeing the front entirely occupied by disabled people, including myself, decided to push past toward the back. Only, her behemoth of a stroller wouldn't fit in the space available and she started ramming it along my wheelchair to plow it through. Me, hey, watch it. Keeps trying to squeeze through. Me, careful. I can feel you tugging at stuff. Doesn't stop. Finally she managed to push through and moved back. I fumed for the next few blocks, pushed the button for my stop, turned on my wheelchair, and got a left brake disconnected error. I tried again. Repeated errors. Me, The next several minutes were spent with the bus pulled over, passengers getting mad at me for causing a delay, while I panicked trying to figure out how to get off the bus. Finally a guy flipped my electric/freewheel release switch on and off several times, and that managed to convince my chair to work for me to get off my bus and get about 15 feet away before my chair suddenly turned itself off. I turned it back on. It started throwing up a charger inhibit error, which basically is the error you get when you try to start moving when you're still plugged into the wall outlet. The next hour was a progression of events that saw me sitting on the ground with the back of my chair opened up as I went through everything trying to figure out what the ever-loving fuck was going on. I even called the police because I wasn't sure how I'd be able to get home. My wheelchair repair company doesn't have after-hours service. In the end I discovered that two different things had gotten disconnected, and when I fixed them my chair started up just fine. The lovely officer helped me get the cover back on my chair and, more importantly, helped me get safely back into my chair. I said fuck it, skipped the workshop, went home, showered the icky sidewalk off of me, and had a couple of beers. None of this would have happened if that entitled mother had just taken one goddamn second to fold her stroller up. Or, I dunno, stopped when I repeatedly asked her to. But no, she was far too important to do such basic shit like that. And yes, my wheelchair is actually $55,000. I know that sounds like a lot, but given that according to order form I just looked at, the joystick cover alone is $85, it doesn't surprise me at all. It has 3 different tilt/adjustment settings that drives the cost up enormously. I love shouting at people who drive too close to me that my wheelchair costs more than their car.